Okay, so I've had so many people over the last few years ask me how I make my laundry soap, and there's a lot of videos already out there regarding how to make your own laundry soap. You can make up a whip formula, you can make up a dry powder formula, you can also make up the formula that I'm using or making today. So for this laundry soap recipe, all you're going to need is a bar of laundry soap. You can use, I'm using Fels Naphtha, but you can use Dr. Bronner's, you can use, if you're in Canada, you can use Sunlight, you can use Zote soap as well. So all I've done with that bar of Fels Naphtha soap is grated it up like cheese. I just used a cheese grater and grated it up, so that's what it looks like. You are going to need borax. So you'll need 1 cup of borax. You find this in the laundry aisle. You're going to need washing soda, not baking soda. You do need washing soda. Optional items for me with our water here, because it's from the well, I also add some, it's like Oxy Clean, but it's the no name or our Compliments brand. And then this is also optional. I just found this trick out. I've been making this laundry soap for a few years now. But I just found this trick out from another YouTuber, Prepper Princess. And basically, if you take your favorite laundry soap and you mix it in with your homemade detergent, it doesn't clump. Because some people found that when you make it, what I'm about to make, it does get clumpy over time, and that's one of the things that Mike absolutely hated about this laundry soap. So I started using a powder formula for a long time, but I didn't like that. So there is a way to combat that, and I went back to making this 5-gallon bucket of laundry soap. This lasts, I'm going to say about a year. You're only supposed to use a couple tablespoons per load. I always go above and beyond and extra, so I tend to use half a cup, but in the smaller washing machine, I'll stick with the 1 to 2 tablespoons per load. So basically, all I'm going to do, I'll bring you over to the stove with me. All I'm going to do is take my grated bar of soap, and we're going to, I have the wood stove going this morning. It was kind of damp and rainy, so I just turned it on so that we can make soap, and so that it was also not so moist in the cabin. So I've had my stove going for a little bit. My water is nice and hot. Back here I have a big tub of water that's hot. You can use hot tap water for a future stage of the laundry soap making. But for melting the soap, basically we're just going to take our grated, I'm horrible at this camera aim, but we're going to take our grated soap and just put it into some water. And the purpose of this is just to melt it and get it so that it's all just a soapy mixture. It goes by a lot faster when you grate it. Some people you can also put it in like a food processor, especially if you're making dry soap. So if you're making the dry version, I still grate it up, and then I blend it, or I put it in a food processor with some of the dry ingredients, and it just makes it exactly like dry detergent that you would buy in the store. So all I'm doing now is I'll bring you guys in so you can see what it looks like right now versus when it's all done. So this is what it looks like now when it first goes in, and it takes a few minutes. I'll time it so that I can see how long it takes. You just want it all as one. Okay, so the soap is pretty much melted now. And we're gonna go over and finish making the rest of our soap. Okay, so we're gonna take our melted soap and we're gonna set it aside. Into this bucket here, I'm just going to add my 1 cup of washing soda, my 1 cup of borax. That's all you guys need if you live in the city, if you know what I mean. I mean, you can put this in as an option, the Oxy Clean kind of thing. I would recommend, like I'm using the Thieves laundry soap from Young Living. I love this stuff. So those two things at the end there, they were optional. So all I'm going to do is take my 1 cup and 1 cup, and I'm going to pour it into my big 5-gallon bucket. And I got to learn not to talk over it like this. And then I'm going to take some of the water that I was boiling on the stove. And so it's super hot. You can use really, really hot tap water. Woo, but it's hard to do when this is up high. Basically, all we want to do here, try not to breathe it in there, is just dissolve all the powders before we add the liquid into it. The liquid soap, that is. You want to make sure you don't put your face over it. It is quite hot and it's steaming up, so I'm just keeping my face away from it. And as always, guys, this is the way I make it. Always use caution when you make your own stuff. Never take my word for it. Do your own research. I'm just going to pour the rest of the hot water in. Set that aside. And then just stir. So this has to sit for 24 hours. You do need a lid or something to cover your bucket. And you want it as filled as you can get it. So almost there. Almost there. So then now I'm just going to add in my melted soap. Set that aside and give it a stir. So this is it's a quick process, but you do have to let this sit for 24 hours or so, because what it does is it congeals and it becomes like a laundry soap. So like an actual laundry soap instead of like a liquid. You can add essential oils to this, which I actually might. So this is getting almost too deep, and I gotta get my stir stick, which makes it a lot easier to stir. So to help this from clumping up, you're gonna take your favorite laundry detergent, and you're gonna add, if it has one of those big caps, you're gonna add 1 big capful of laundry detergent, or even up to a cup. So I'm just going to put 2 capfuls in. 1 and 2. And so now I'll just add maybe 10 drops of your favorite essential oil. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Maybe 11. And then just stir. I like this because it's not riddled with a bunch of stuff I can't pronounce. It's washing soda, whatever's in the bar soap that you choose to use, and washing soda and borax. Those are the main things. I've done the recipe up, added a few things here and there. So this bucket of hot water is really, really full. So I'm just gonna add this. Now I can add the rest. And then, oops. So you can imagine if you're using, you know, 1/4 of a cup to 1/2 a cup of laundry detergent, depending on how big your load is. Like a regular load would only take 2 tablespoons. If it's a really dirty load, I would add 3 or 4. But imagine how long this laundry soap lasts. So anyways, guys, I will come back tomorrow when this is all congealed up. I'm just going to put a lid on it and let it sit overnight. It might even be ready by tonight. And then that is it. If I wanted to, like I'm doing laundry right now, I could use the liquid form. It's not going to hurt it any. But I might just use this Thieves laundry soap for the rest of my laundry. Alright, and that's it. We'll be back tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day, and we are about to take a look at what my laundry soap looks like. And we're going to try to do this one-handed. Just take off the lid. And so now all you need to do at this stage, it's all gel. Like, it's super cool. So it's all gel. And all you need to do at this stage is give it one more final stir. And then it'll turn to like a liquid. You just leave it in this bucket and use it when you want to do laundry. So I'll give it. Okay, so we have stirred it up and it is just like a liquid consistency. So now it is somewhat like laundry soap. If you have a blender, like a hand blender, some people mix it up that way. I'm not going to bother, and really that's all you would need to do a load of laundry right there. So that's only like 2 tablespoons worth, if that. So imagine how long this is going to last. So this laundry soap here is a huge money saver. It's super easy to make. If you have any questions, don't forget to ask them in the comments below or give me a message. I love this stuff. It smells great. It smells just like the laundry soap that you use. And the bar soap, that is. So it smells for me just like the Fels Naphtha, which I love that smell. But yeah, it's a huge money saver. And then I'm also going to do a video. I didn't add it into this one, but I'm also going to do a video now that we are up and running on solar and how we do our laundry. So I'll show you how the soap works in the little washer, and it would work the same as the big washer you have at home. But also I highly recommend the little washer if you're living in an apartment and you don't have a washer and dryer, or if you don't have a washer and dryer in general. This thing is a saver and I wish I had it when I lived in an apartment, or when my washer broke down, or when you go camping. This little washing machine, I absolutely love it for that. So anyways, guys, until next time, don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do.